Hey guys, just read One Piece Manga Chapter 827, and this chapter has been pretty decent. I thought it developed really slow because I'm not really a fan of hearing about Luffy and his crew's side adventures around the towns and places. I'm a particularly action-oriented person and plot-oriented person. I don't particularly care about, the things that they do in the towns. I just prefer that it gets them more closer to the actual said plot. And the fact they actually met and putting there and the rules of the town are pretty weird. You can eat pretty much anything as long as it's not particular buildings and particular parts of buildings and not personal goods and stuff like that. So I was like, that's pretty fair. The clothes are also made out of candy. There's a candy chancellor, and the fact that there's like several islands around that, and it forms a nation. And just to get on with Pudding, she's super nice. And I mean, although I figured that when we first saw Big Mom eating somebody and Pudding looked away, I feel like she's just super nice. But I don't know. It's probably like that false. I'm not sure if it's that like it's genuine niceness or it's well, I don't know that you're not. Well, I don't know you're the enemy yet, so I'm just being nice to everyone. But once I figure out you're the enemy, I'm gonna be completely ruthless. But if she's just genuinely nice, I will find it hard for Luffy and Sanji not to. I'll find it hard for Sanji not to marry her, and I'll find it hard for Luffy not to really like her. Um, as for Big Mom, Totland and this Utopia is like a mix of Gingerbread Man's house, Alice in Wonderland, and all those other creatures in there, and One Piece just suddenly decide just blend and fusion together. And with Big Mom, she's been portrayed as this obese, gigantic, uncompromising, gluttonous fiend, destroying villages because they can't pay enough candy to her. And then we hit Totland, and it's just, oh, this is just a magical utopia of all races, and she only seeks to create a peaceful nation. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. We've seen enough of Dressrosa. We've seen enough of Alabasta. No. No. Doflamingo and Crocodile is hiding all of the dark stuff, especially Dressrosa. And they thought that Doflamingo was this very nice man. Except they were all freaking brainwashed, and their memories were wiped and everything like that. And I'm just like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that Big Mom's just this peaceful utopia person. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's fair. She's fair. She's not completely ruthless in every situation, but she's definitely no freaking saint. That's what I'm trying to say. And her utopia is pretty much, in my opinion, probably a lie. She's probably eating people still. She's probably eating citizens every now and then. And another thing that kind of got me is like there was like so many things in there, like especially in Big Mom's place. Seeing Big Mom, it was a lot different. I mean, I've seen like the silhouettes of Big Mom in like post time skip, and she does fit the silhouettes, but also in a point, in my opinion, she doesn't really kind of fit them because the silhouette where she was sitting on it like in a room in a chair, it made me think that she was like shaped like a pumpkin, shaped like two pumpkins stacked on top of each other, or two watermelons stacked on top of each other, and I just couldn't imagine like this circular figure just fighting. I couldn't. I mean, when I imagine people fighting in One Piece, I imagine like very like lithe, slim, or big muscular figures. I just never imagined like big, gigantic round figures. I mean, we've seen some round characters fighting, but let's be honest here. Big Mom is gigantic, gigantic, and the silhouettes made me think that she wasn't a really good fighter. I really thought that based on her silhouette, she would be a stationary fighter, and that she wouldn't really be one to move around much. That she was more one to sit in a chair. But after seeing her full body view, she actually has a neck. She actually has a neck, and she actually has a somewhat okay figure. Not the greatest figure, not Bull Hancock, but it's a figure that I think that I could definitely imagine her fighting with. Now, let's talk about the freaking thing. She had flowers and every other inanimate object speaking. And I can't help but imagine, I can't help but remember Dressrosa and Sugar, and how Sugar had turned all these people to toys and the talking toys and everything like that. And like, what if it's like another situation like that? What if it's like what if she has like some devil fruit user who can animate like animate or reanimate inanimate objects, like make them sentient and living. And to me personally, my predictions for her as far as devil fruit abilities go, I want to believe that she has an ability that allows her to create candy, or create like living candy, or turn people into candy. And I would like to believe that another side ability of this devil fruit ability is that she has highly corrosive saliva. I'd like to believe that. I really like to believe that that's her devil fruit, and I'm hoping that happens. It better happen. Or at least they better replace it with something equally as awesome as my idea. They better. Better. But I'm I'm not really, I'm just shocked. Like Big Mom is just teetering on good and bad in my opinion. Like they're just praising her for having this heavenly utopia, and she's here singing with friendly flowers and all these nice talking objects and creatures, and then boom, they slip in like little slips of her crew members just simply rampaging, killing and pillaging places for certain ingredients. I'm just like you're not really convincing me you're a peaceful nation here. You're not convincing me. And they even ended it with Tea Party from Hell. Like, Big Mom, you're not setting the right impressions here. But this is Paleo. I thought it was a pretty good chapter. Wasn't a big fan of development in the beginning of the chapter. But then again, I feel like that was necessary. I feel like exploring the town and showing Luffy and his crew's side adventures is good. It's good. I may not like it, but it's not really about what I like. But hey, like, comment, subscribe. Give me your opinions. What are your predictions? Bye.